From microbrands to Swiss budget gems, we've curated plenty of bangs for your buck to present some of the best watches under $1,000. If you choose to ignore the old-school wrist dress codes, the world's your oyster, and you can pair up a banging diver with a tailored shirt, or a dressy number with a wide-fit tee. What matters most is how your choice of wristwear makes you feel, and an elevated spirit means more than a 50-year-old dress code. So sit back, relax, and get ready to discover some of the best watches for under $1,000 in 2023. The Maurice Lacroix Icon Gens was one of the more enthusiast-friendly steel sports watches when it was first released. It harkened back to the brand's original models with a modern upgrade. It featured some sharper edges as opposed to the rounded nature of its predecessor. One thing it allowed the brand to do is open up the model for more collaborations and efforts. The Icon Tide was born out of the brand's desire to rid the ocean of plastic. The brand uses a process that converts wasted plastic into watch cases. So it's both economically and environmentally friendly. You can get an Icon Tide for $750. Spinnaker is often associated with lower quality watches that can be original in nature, but rely on some less expensive parts. One of the watches that put Spinnaker on a more elevated level of watchmaking was the Bottger Dive watch. The 42mm stainless steel watch comes on a really clean and well-finished integrated bracelet, with a brushed bezel and ultra-contrast dial. But what really sets the Bottger apart is the handset, which, when lined up, is still perfectly legible due to the difference in shapes and colors. Further, the watch comes standard with an integrated rubber strap designed to go over a wetsuit easily. Price for the Spinnaker Bottger is $690. Yema has been a favorite of ours for a while. They tend to provide great designs with solid quality at a reasonable price. The Wristmaster Traveler drives a hard bargain for what you're getting with the watch. The stainless steel sports watch comes on an integrated bracelet that tapers really nicely, a rarity in a lot of watches at this price point. Additionally, the watch is equipped with a black dial with a copious lume. The Faustina is judged harshly quite often in the watch community, but I think it works really well. It has a used vintage charm, and we're here for it. The price for the Yema Wristmaster Traveler is $899. Doxa has a rich history with dive watches in the 70s. At the time, more middle-class hobbies were breaking out during the boom, and diving became an American pastime. Doxa released the Sub 300, which was a utilitarian dive watch meant for professionals. It was a dedicated tool watch meant for serious divers. It wasn't positioned in the luxury segment, but it was priced alongside competitors like Omega and Rolex. The Sub 200 was recently created to provide a more reasonable cost of entry for a more casual segment. It has a more modest size, a slew of dial colors, and a less bank-busting price point. They're attractive and give the brand more buyer potential than their staple Doxa 300. At a price point of $950, Doxa is a solid choice for anyone looking to get into the brand. We'd make the argument that field watches are necessary in any collection. We've gone so far as to compile a list of some of our favorites, but when it comes to only having one, the Hamilton Field Khaki is the OG, and should be a staple of any enthusiast's collection whether they have deep pockets or not. The class case shape and dial have figured out a perfect blend of sport and utility. It's found a great niche among collectors. The watch comes in either black or a slick white. Price for the Hamilton Field Khaki is $475 on Amazon. The Hamilton Field Khaki is one of the best automatic watches under $500, let alone under $1,000. The Seiko Alpinist has long been an enthusiast piece, with many seeking out the rarely seen aftermarket sale of the Alpinist of old. Luckily, Seiko has re-released the model with some modern tweaks and makes the watch far more accessible than its older brother. The 39.5mm stainless steel case is fitted with a green dial and gold hands and hour markers. On paper, none of that should work, but in practice it looks clean, concise, and original. The magnifying Cyclops state display is a nice touch often seen on more expensive watches. Seiko as a brand has a unique way of mixing styles and colors, which has been a main reason the Alpinist has been such a staple in enthusiasts' minds as long as it has. Price for the Seiko Alpinist SPB 121 is $725.